But I think that just, I don't know, Buffalo is just riding the wave right now based off emotions, Lamar Hamlin. So I think they got this. I don't see it.
We're going to get into that.
Let's jump right in. Oh, welcome back, Smitty, to Wednesday night. It's Wednesday night.
Happy Wednesday. Salutations, everyone. It's good to be back.
Listen, man, Smitty, always a pleasure to jump in this seat, see you across the way, and talk what we love to talk about.
Absolutely.
We got into it pretty good, really good, actually. I wish we started recording earlier because some of the conversations we had, Smitty, was pretty hot and it was intense. Oh, yeah. And I can't wait to
it's always with fun and passion, I mean.
I love it.
We're going to bring that up. We're going to bring that up, though. We're going to bring it up for sure.
No, we're going to get into that. Oh, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. That's a fact. X Factor, what up? Representing over on YouTube. Hey, so he asked me a question a few weeks ago on Gamblers Anonymous, and he asked me about Baltimore. And I want to ask the X Factor if I was right or if I was wrong. Drop it in the comments, please. We already know the answer. Baltimore. I'll let your boy Mark Andrews out. Didn't matter. Hey, big news. Oh, boy. Big news today. Very big news. The Portland Trail Blazers dealt Dame time. Damian Lillard, he's bouncing. He's gone. He's in Milwaukee now with Giannis. Smitty. What do you think about Milwaukee adding Damian Lillard?
I think it's a good move with Milwaukee. And as a Knicks fan, I'm happy. A lot of people were predicting and adamant about Dame going to the Miami Heat. I'm sorry, some people got their dreams shattered, but Dame is now a Milwaukee Buck. And they're going to be something, in the East, in the Eastern Conference, they're going to be tough. They're definitely going to be tough.
Team to beat. Team to beat, Smitty. No brainer. Boston, Miami, move aside. Dame time is moving over. He's moving over. He's joining the East. It's going to get ugly. The Eastern Conference just added one of the best players from the Western Conference. Clear-cut favorite to win it all. Clear-cut favorite to win it all. Milwaukee Bucks. No doubt about it.
So wait a minute now. I think that was one of the conversations that we had prior to going live.
No doubt.
Right?
No doubt.
So you're saying that Denver, you're taking Milwaukee all the way past Denver.
Yeah. Oh, clear cut.
Wow. That's very interesting right there.
No, clear cut. I mean, obviously, so here's the thing. Who's the best player in the Eastern Conference? Best player in the Eastern Conference. Giannis?
Who do you got?
Is it fair to say Giannis is the best player in the Eastern Conference?
I think he's one of the best.
But who is the best player in the Eastern Conference? Giannis. He's the best player in the Eastern Conference. Nobody's better than him. It's not Tatum.
I think that
it's not Jason Tatum, right? He's proven he just doesn't.
Oh, no. He's soft. But he's one of the best players.
Oh, one of the best. He's not the best. Who's the best player in the Eastern Conference? That's what I'm asking.
I think,
Giannis.
You know what? As far as talent-wise, with limitations, I'm going to say Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Buckets, by the way. That's a great lead-in, Smitty. I see what you did there. He's calling out the NBA. He said Jalen Brunson.
Yes, sir. Jalen Brunson. That's it, baby.
Oh, God.
I didn't want to be biased, but yes.
I love it. Hey, listen. Giannis is the best player in the Eastern Conference, and it's not even close. He's the most dominant. You just added a player who can shoot pretty much from anywhere on the court. The logo. He's an and one slogan. How about that? Damian Lillard is an and one slogan. As soon as he steps in the gym, he can shoot from anywhere. So what happened in this trade today, right? The Bucks receive, obviously, Damian Lillard. Portland gets, by the way, 3-team deal. Let's throw it all out there so we're all informed of what's going on. Bucks get Dame time. The Blazers, they get Drew Holiday. By the way, just tweeted how he wanted to retire a Buck. He loves the city. I feel bad for him. My heart goes out to you. However, DeAndre Ayton from Phoenix, Tamani Kamara from Phoenix. The Blazers are getting an unprotected 2029 first and an unprotected first round pick swap in 28 and 30 from the Bucks. Phoenix gets Yusuf Nurkic from the Blazers, Grayson Allen from the Bucks, Nasir Little and Keon Johnson from Portland. You know what? Half this doesn't really make too much sense to me because some of these players, I don't really know who they are. I do know a few players. 4 of them: Lillard, Ayton, Holiday, Grayson Allen. He's a punk from Duke. That's it, Smitty. I don't know. I love Dame going to Milwaukee. Milwaukee 2024 NBA champion. You heard it here on The Hook. Smitty, holla at me. What do you got? Tell me.
Listen. All right, you know what? We're gonna move into NFL now.
Wait, what happened to baseball?
Oh, we want to go to baseball?
You want to go to NFL already?
No.
You ain't
let's go to baseball.
The NFL talk yet, are you?
Let's go to baseball.
You want to go to NFL? Oh my God.
No. Let's go to baseball.
I am ready. I'm chomping at the bit, Smitty.
I'm gonna tell you what. With the Milwaukee Bucks, I totally disagree with you. I don't think they're gonna be champs. You know what I mean? Like
you're the New York Jets?
Huh?
Like the New York Jets are?
New York Jets. I'm not even talking about them, but I'm not. That was your prediction. That was your prediction.
Well, that's why I said I was.
That's the reason why I don't want to bring it up yet.
I was giving you a layup, right? I'm going to throw an alley-oop to you. Now you can take it.
I'm not going to bring it up yet.
You can close your eyes. You can throw it through your legs. You can do a Isaiah Ryder with your eyes closed and a deep round mixture.
Listen.
Right?
I think Denver's still the team to beat.
Okay.
But that's just my opinion. You know what I mean?
Solid.
Shout out to the Denver Nuggets. You got to respect the champs.
Yep.
They're still the team to beat. You know, when you said that, Giannis is the best player in the East, right? In the Eastern Conference, because you're not talking about the NBA, right?
I mean, he's got an MVP, so it's not really like I'm.
So does LeBron. LeBron's got an MVP too, right?
Yeah, but he's 75 years old.
Or more than one, right?
I don't want to hear about LeBron. Nobody wants to hear about LeBron.
Oh, he's still active though.
He should retire.
Okay.
He should retire.
But seriously though, Denver, I got Denver still. You know, I gotta respect Denver. All right, so let's take it to baseball.
Love the Joker.
Absolutely.
Baseball.
Let's go to baseball.
Hey, let's go.
Randy's saying, do the Yankees get rid of Aaron Boone? That's wishful. I highly doubt it because Hal, I think that's Hal's boy right there. And I don't see him getting rid of it. He's saying all the right things. You know, he said that they got to look at the analytics department, all this blah, blah, blah. I'm not buying it. I don't think Aaron Boone is going anywhere right now. I think the Yankees need to address a lot of issues that they have. That will go into the biggest disappointments of this year. Who are your biggest disappointments in baseball, Ray?
I'm not disappointed with the Yankees. I can tell you that much. But before I go into my biggest disappointment, and I'll be honest with you, the biggest disappointment that I had this year was that the Red Sox were competing with the shitty pitching that we had, and we did not make a move. That was my biggest disappointment all year long. We did not make a move to get a pitcher at the break.
But you guys did make a big move, though. You guys got rid of your GM. That was
we
a
did
big move
fire
right there.
Bloom, right? So that was great. I was happy for that. But we didn't make a power move. Like, we were in the mix. We're in the mix. Somehow we fell to the bottom of the division, which I guess is no surprise, right? But there were some teams out there that I was kind of like hopeful for. One of them, the Pittsburgh Pirates, they started out hot. They fell flat on their face. I feel for Pittsburgh fans because, I mean, when's the last time Pittsburgh was a relevant city for baseball or football or hockey or basketball for that matter? The city pretty much stinks. It's actually falling apart anyway. But I mean, that's probably my biggest disappointment in baseball. But I was
how you really feel about Pittsburgh.
But I love Pittsburgh, man. We own them on the gridiron. You know that. And they know that too. They don't want to see New England coming anywhere around them because we own them.
I think it's a different era though, right? It's a different era.
Well, until they beat us, then I'll say okay. So I'll wait for the L. Not happening anytime soon. Kenny Pickett stinks. That they just stink. But you know what? Actually, how about the St. Louis Cardinals? When's the last time we saw the St. Louis Cardinals in the dumpster? You know what I mean?
For the first time,
never been a bottom dweller. The Reds.
For the first time in 30 years, there's 3 teams that are not gonna be in the postseason: the New York Yankees, St. Louis Cardinals, and the Red Sox.
Yep.
And that's 30 years.
But you know what the coolest thing about that is that you just said? We're going to see teams that we aren't used to seeing. Texas Rangers, Minnesota Twins, Baltimore Orioles, Toronto Blue Jays. Like, what? Who are these teams? It's like the Twilight.
Well, that's if Toronto gets in. That's if Toronto gets in.
Right now they're banging on the door.
You got a huge series going on. I think that's your number 2 team, the Houston Astros, Ray. The Houston Astros are playing the Seattle Mariners.
They're my number
Seattle Mariners.
Okay. Ooh, I love Seattle. I like to see Seattle go in there, do some damage.
All right, what we got? Chris Michael. Chris Michael's prediction: Orioles versus Braves in the World Series. And that sounds great. On paper, that sounds lovely, Chris. You know what I mean? I'll give you that. On paper, those 2 teams are juggernauts. You know what I mean?
Why not?
That's what I'm saying. On paper, it sounds good.
You know who I'll
tell you what. I'll tell you what. You know who's hungry again? The Philadelphia Phillies.
Ooh.
The Philadelphia Phillies are hungry again.
The Phillies. Yeah, but did they have the pitching talent to get them there?
Listen, this is a new season, right?
It might be.
It's baseball, baby.
You know what? Bryce Harper.
Somebody asked the question. Somebody asked the question. Is baseball still on? Is baseball still on?
That's my man.
It's about to get nice right now. October is the best. You know what I'm saying?
It's the best for baseball.
Still on.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
It's on, Smitty. It's not on for most of us who reside in in New England.
Michael said the biggest disappointment in baseball this year is Ohtani getting injured.
Could be. It could be though. But I'll tell you. Here's why I'm going to agree with what Michael is saying. Because how pissed would you be knowing that you're a 2-way athlete, pitcher, hitter, that's going to lose probably $100 million? That's disappointing to me. I agree with that. That's disappointing. That sucks.
To him, you're talking about?
Yeah, that's disappointing.
I'll tell you who's big to me as a baseball fan. You know who's the biggest disappointment to me? Is Mike Trout. Because I really like Mike Trout. And I like Ohtani too. But Mike Trout, I root for that dude.
How can you not?
I have to agree with Chris Michael. Yup.
How can you not? You got to love Mike Trout. I love Mike Trout. Who doesn't love Mike Trout? You don't love baseball.
Listen,
you don't love Mike Trout.
Miggy Cabrera is going out in style. I believe he just hit his home run.
Another one? Is that number 2?
5? No, he only hit one. The
Well,
Orioles are winning against the Nats. The Orioles are playing the Nats.
Mm-hmm. Listen, the Orioles are a great team. I don't know if they have the pitching to get them through the American League. You want to know why?
But you know what's good about that? I'm going to tell you what. You know what's good about that team right there? They're young, they're very talented, and they're going to be in the mix for a while. They're going to be competing in that division in baseball for a while. I see that team competing. They're just a couple of pitchers, a couple of bullpen, you know what I'm saying? Like relievers away from getting that chip, in my opinion. As I look at Giancarlo Stanton struggling to run.
You know what sucks for Tampa Bay though? Tampa Bay had the team this year to get it done, and they lost their best pitcher.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm not a big fan of Tampa Bay. And you
don't have to be a big fan, and that's okay. But they losing Jeffrey Springs. That was a huge blow to that Tampa Bay offense. Shane McClanahan.
And then one of your favorite players, Wander Franco, went down too.
Wander Franco. Well, you know what? I can't say that he's my favorite player.
No, he used to be. He used to be.
Well, he was a stud. Listen, you cannot deny talent, Smitty. The guy had it. Apparently, he has a thing for young girls too, and that's very disappointing. But Tampa Bay's still there. They're still floating around, and they haven't fallen too far from Baltimore, who could win 100 games.
Toronto is knocking on the door. Toronto needs to win 4 out of 6, if I'm not mistaken. 4 out of 6 to get the wild card, to get in the mix.
They have a game and a half lead right now. Yep.
Garrett Cole is pitching tonight. With that said, Mr. Ray.
Yes.
Who do you think is the front runner in the American League to get the Cy Young this year?
I mean, it's probably Garrett Cole. It's got to be, right? Who's better?
Listen, you know who my pick is, but then I get accused of being biased.
No. Listen, real is real, bro. Real is real. I'm not gonna shit on you for picking your guy. If your guy's the guy, your guy's the guy. I mean, it's not Chris Sale. That's a fact. It ain't Chris Sale or Kevin Gausman.
See,
you know,
here we go.
It's not Kyle Bradish. I think
it's Garrett Cole. In the National League, I think it's Blake Snell, and which leads me to my biggest disappointment as a team is the San Diego Padres, and I'm going to tell you why. The San Diego Padres have Juan Soto, Manny Machado, Tatis, right?
Oh yeah.
Who else do we have out there? Your boy
Xander. Xander's got to be the biggest disappointment. I'm sorry. That dude sucked. That dude filled the stat line 3 ways, 4 ways. Stolen bases,
that's my
RBIs,
biggest disappointment
home runs, extra bases, batting average. He sucked ass. See you later, Xanders. Ship him to San Diego. Is San Diego, Smitty, answer this.
Mm-hmm.
Is San Diego the place to go to kill careers? It sounds It sounds like it.
I don't know.
Soto wasn't. He was terrible this year. Underachieved. Not terrible. Underachieved. Xander, underachieved. Fernando Tatis, maybe he needs to get back on the juice. I don't know.
I agree 100% with Chris Michael. Padres have too many personalities on that team to be successful.
It's baseball.
They have huge egos. I think that Juan Soto is the number one culprit when it comes to that. I mean, you read through the lines when players are interviewed. Some of them say they throw things at you and you catch them. You know what I mean? As fans, you're like, wait a minute, this dude, he's talking like an individual. You know what I mean? Instead of talking about his team, he's talking like an individual. So I agree 100% with Chris Michael, where there's a lot of egos, a lot of personalities on that team. I think Manny Machado and him bumped heads. You know what I'm saying? Probably a power struggle or whatever. Who was the leader of that team? So with that said, that's the Padres right there. I'll tell you who I'm really surprised at, and I hope they do get in because this team I'm really rooting for in the National League, and that's the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Tough one.
The Arizona Diamondbacks.
They got Houston 3 times.
That's right.
They got to play Houston 3 times. Who was trying to sneak in there? Because you know who's
so now let's go
breathing down their back.
So who did you mention as far as Cy Young in the National League? Who do you have?
Cy Young. Spencer Strider?
Okay.
Zach Gallen. Zach Gallen. Let's go with Zach
the Arizona
Gallen.
Diamondbacks.
Zach Gallen. Zach Gallen. I don't know.
He's got good numbers. He's got good numbers. I'm still going to go with Blake Snell from the San Diego Padres.
Fair
now,
enough.
Rookie of the Year. Let's move on to the Rookie of the Year.
Corbin
I'm
Carroll.
going to go with Arizona Diamondbacks.
Corbin Carroll.
The American League.
American League.
I'm going to go with Gunnar Henderson from the Baltimore Orioles.
You know what? Josh Jung was doing pretty good too this year until he got hurt.
He was.
Oh, yes. Brian Mack is back. Oh, what's up, brother? My man B Mac, say what up, Smitty. Holla.
He's rid of analytics. Yes.
He's a degenerate. He is a degenerate.
Yes. Shout out to Brian Mack. Get rid of analytics. Period. You know what? While we're talking about analytics, you know what I'm looking forward to?
What?
October baseball. I'm looking forward to the new rules that were implemented this year. How that's going to affect the pitch com, all that good stuff that I want to see how that's going to affect, and if and when it affects certain teams, the outcomes of the games, if it comes down to that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm looking forward to. How often are they going to steal bases? You know what I mean? You throw the first 2 times, that's it. You're done.
So let me ask you this question, Smitty. Since you brought up the whole new rule changes, and obviously some big things have happened this year, right? And let's just go right to the MVP of baseball. Who was that? Who was the MVP, Smitty?
Are we talking about National League or
we're talking about in the entire league?
Whoa, the entire league?
Yeah. Who's the MVP? Come on. This is
the American League. I'm going to go with Acuna.
In National League, you mean?
I mean National League. National League. I'm going with Acuna, and the American League, Ohtani.
All right, so Acuna is the MVP, right? Hands down. Hands down. We're talking about the rule changes. What's your feeling on this? What's your feeling on Acuna stealing? How many bases has he stole this year? He's the first player to have 30 and 60. He's 1 homer away from 40 and 70.
Yeah, 40 home run, 40 stolen bases.
Freeman in the NL. What the hell are you watching?
Huh?
The X Factor. He said it's Freddie Freeman. Yeah. I'm just come on.
Yeah, no. He's tired. He's tired.
Freddie Freeman's an absolute beast. I love Freddie Freeman, but what Ronald Acuna is doing is stupid.
Yes,
it's dumb.
But to answer your question, I mean, listen. Let's go back to
335. That's terrible. Come on, man.
He's doing great. He's having a hell of a year.
He has 68 stolen bases, 39 home runs, and there's 5 games left, right? Four games left. He hits 1 home run and steals 2 bases, and he's the first player to ever post a 40 and 70 stat line. I remember it was cool to be like 40-40. Yeah, no, this dude is creating a whole new level. And he already did with 30 and 60, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ronald Acuna is having the best year potentially in the history of baseball with those 2 stats. With those two stats. Smitty, He hits one. He's got to hit one more home run. What's up,
Yes.
Donnie? What's going on, bro? Hey, one more home run. He has 40 dongs and 2 more stolen bases. He has 70. That's not like impactful. Who's ever hit 40 and 70? Nobody ever. Historic.
So, all right, cool. Acuna, shout out to Acuna. Listen, question for you. You asked me a question. Break it down for me. What was your question? What are my feelings towards Acuna?
No, not actually. It was more or less of like the rules of baseball, how they've changed this year and how they're actually affecting the record books. Because not only are we breaking records, they're being dominated. Like this, what Acuna did this year is dominating. What's up, Joe? I don't know. What's your thoughts on that? I mean, do I sound crazy?
Absolutely not. He's having a hell of a year. Hence that's the reason why I pick him as an MVP, like most people will. You know what I mean? Most baseball fans will. However, do they have an advantage when it comes to the new rules?
Yes.
Implementing the new rules and giving them an advantage for entertainment purposes? Yes. Do we compare him, Acuna, when it comes to stealing bases to Vince Coleman, Ricky Henderson? Are you willing to do that?
So here's my thing, Smitty. I always thought that one record that was going to be untouchable. Yo, what's up, Hunter? I always thought one record that was never going to be touched was Ricky Henderson's stolen base record. I feel like now with the rule changes,
absolutely,
there's a chance that someone's going to touch that record. It's not fair.
We're agreeing, Ray.
Yeah,
it's not fair. That's why there should be some asterisks, right? Next to Acuna or whoever breaks that record.
I don't.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and it could be Ruiz. It could be Ruiz from Oakland, the Oakland A's.
He got hurt. He might have stolen 100 bases this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it definitely changed the game. And you see Acuna hits bombs and steals bases, and just like, holy shit.
Oh, definitely.
It's changing.
That team is loaded. The Atlanta Braves have, on paper, they should be in the World Series.
They will be.
But the beautiful thing about, listen, you guaranteeing stuff now. You guaranteeing. I like this when you do this, Rick.
Houston.
I like this.
Houston.
Because we're going to go. Houston what?
Atlanta.
Houston, Atlanta?
Astros, Braves.
Listen, before we go any further,
the two best pitching
hold
staffs
that thought.
Two best pitching staffs available, Houston and
Ray, hold that thought. Let me take a drink for that one. Let me take a drink.
You better keep drinking.
Listen. Shout out to the Cleveland Guardians. I know Joe is a big fan.
Why you gotta throw it in Joe's face? They felt so hard.
Listen, Tito Francona.
God darn, man.
In my opinion, one of the best managers,
no doubt,
in baseball. Mm-hmm. It's his last season. So he's a great manager. Shout out to the Cleveland Guardians. They did their thing this year, but they came up a little short, How about the Milwaukee a
little Brewers? Short. They were freaking 10 games under. Right now they're 10 games under 500. They didn't come up a little short. They sucked.
Bro, look at it. Well, look at the division that they're in, bro. They faded away.
It's a shitty division. It's the worst division in baseball. The fact that you couldn't compete and win that division it's sad. You know what that means? It means that they don't have any players and they stink. Period. And Joe knows that. Joe, tell me you agree. That's it. And I love Terry. I love Terry.
Listen,
he should have said if Terry Francona would have stayed away from Hazel May, he would still be in Beantown.
Joe, go ahead and call in.
Yes,
Ray,
Joe.
Joe wants to call in.
Joe, you have my phone number. You can call in, bro. Hold on. Let me make sure it's set up. Yeah, call in. Try calling in, Joe. Come on. Let's go. Call in and tell us on how awful. Sorry, Smitty.
Ray,
Did
listen.
I get too rambunctious there?
No. I like it. I like it.
All right.
I like the passion. So listen, AL West, you said Houston, right? So you have Houston over Texas,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Oh boy. And Smitty, here we go. Because, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a caller live on the hook. If you have my number, you can holla. But on the line right now, we have Mr. Joe Peck himself. Joe, what is up, my friend?
Listen, I'm sitting here looking and watching the Cleveland Guardians play Cincinnati right now. They're only up 4-3, bottom of the eighth, not looking good. But this is the last home game for Francona ever to manage a baseball game.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad. You know, he's going to be a first all ballot Hall of Famer manager.
Mm-hmm.
There's no doubt. You know, he did what he did. The stats, the numbers, it's insane. And what's going on right now, it's good. You know, what we had for a season, horrible. You know, this is a bad season. What we had after last year. Last year with these kids and what they did, awesome. You know, but it's crazy how he's going out. You know, it's not what we wanted. It is what it is. But for what he did for a manager and what he's going, incredible manager, without a doubt. What he did with
Absolutely.
Boston, what he did with Cleveland. What's he got for Ray? What's he got for wins as a manager?
Oh, you're gonna put me out there like that?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Where's he at? 600? 680, 690? Just with Cleveland alone, right?
Ooh, he's got 1,574 wins total.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
See, Ray.
That's pretty
Check this
good.
out. Ray,
Pretty
what
good.
Joe is doing right now, he's spitting some knowledge to you, my brother. You got to take this in. You know what I'm saying? This is what I was trying to tell you, Joe. Thank you for that.
What you mean? What are you trying to say, Smitty? Joe, can you tell me what he's trying to say? Joe?
Hello?
Joe, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's Smitty trying to do to me right now?
I don't know what he's trying to do. You tell me.
I don't know either.
I'm just glad to call in because this is the last home game that Terry Francona is ever going to coach. I think we got 4 games left on the road. Cleveland sucks this year. It's horrible. It's the worst season ever. I think this playoffs for baseball is going to be great this year. I mean, not having the Yankees. I mean, you guys are going to get mad not having the Yankees in.
I'm not mad.
That's
Boston,
all right.
not having
we're
St.
not
Louis
mad.
in. First time in 30 years that either one of those teams are in. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
I think this playoffs is going to be fun. You know, it's going to be enjoyable. I'm also glad that football's going on. You know, hockey's about to start. But this playoffs for baseball is going to be fun. You know, it's going to be fun to watch.
Joe, can we get a prediction from you?
For baseball?
Absolutely.
Atlanta.
Okay.
I don't think anybody can touch Atlanta right now. And American League, I'm going to say Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
Interesting. I like that. Okay.
I mean, hey, Baltimore's a good squad. You think they have the pitching though?
Yeah. I think
No, but I
somebody
think
else
they're going to be
predicted
able
that.
to survive to get there.
Okay.
I think the American League the American League division. I think playoffs is going to be fun to watch. I think it's going to be a hot take. It's going to be every game is going to be enjoyable. You're going to sit down and be able to enjoy it. But I think Baltimore's going to be in the end with Atlanta. I don't think anybody can touch Atlanta though. Atlanta's been sick.
We had a couple of predictions. We had Chris Michael. He predicted Orioles Braves. We had the X Factor. He predicted Astros Dodgers. Yeah, I like that. I like those predictions.
You know what I don't like for Baltimore right now? Right now, how it would stand, it would be Baltimore being the 1 seed, right?
Yeah.
The 3
That's usually the problem.
It really is because they're going to play the 4 and the 5. Guess who the 4 and the 5 are? Tampa Bay and Toronto as of right now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and
So you're going to have to play
You're
a
right.
divisional matchup.
I wouldn't want to play Tampa Bay right now either.
I wouldn't want to play. I wouldn't want to play my division. Honestly, you play them all year long.
Right.
Like, who knows you best, right?
Here we go. Class A just came in. He's going to blow it.
Oh boy, yeah, but he's been. I mean, but he normally he's a stud, right? I mean, he was the best closer in baseball last year. Last year he's an absolute stud.
Last year,
he was. So you know what?
We got to stay current. We got to stay current, right?
Hey, shit happens, but either way.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Joe, we appreciate you calling in, man.
Absolutely.
Anytime. You let us know.
Yeah.
Holler at the hook, brother.
Yeah, we'll talk hockey soon.
All right.
Okay, bye.
All right, later.
Take it easy.
Hey, big shout out to Joe Pett calling in live on the hook. Holla. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man. Yeah, it's an unfortunate season this year for Terry Francona and the Indians. Smitty, I'm glad we said to keep the 30 to 45. We haven't even touched a single thing that we're going to touch on. Because that's how this always goes. It's how it goes.
So we got Milwaukee. Listen, we got the National League. We got in the NL Central, we have Milwaukee, the Cubbies, who are still hanging in there.
Yeah.
Cincinnati, the wild card, they're only a game and a half back.
Yep.
And then, of course, you got the Dodgers, who already clinched, Arizona. And I don't see the Padres getting in. They're 4.5 game back.
Padres aren't getting in.
I don't know.
I think it's between the Cubs and the Diamondbacks, right? Aren't those the last two teams? So Diamondbacks, Cubs. Oh, the Marlins, though, right? The Marlins are right there. And how about this? The Marlins were very unhappy. They weren't happy with Uncle Steve, Smitty. The conditions weren't right. They had to postpone the game. Now the Marlins are going to have to crunch some time together and try to win a couple of baseball games to sneak into the playoffs. So,
but you know what? Shout out to Steve Cohen, because you know what? He did apologize. He said all the right things. Again, he took accountability. So I'm not mad at him, man. He can't, he did all he could,
Yeah, Smitty, that's just like saying, hey, I threw the baseball in the middle of your star player's back. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It's a divisional game. It's a rivalry. Does taking accountability make it any easier?
I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It happened.
That is what it is. All right, I'll take that.
So listen, all right, let's go ahead and close baseball down.
Baseball.
Who are your predictions again?
Shut it down.
Who are your predictions again?
Houston Astros are going to beat the Atlanta Braves in the World Series.
Oh, I like this.
Hey,
I definitely like that.
But ask me why.
I really don't. Go ahead. Why?
Very simple.
Why?
Because pitching wins championships. That's why. All right. Now that I've said that.
And you think the Houston Astros, their pitching has been great this year?
The Houston Astros are going to win the World Series this year because of their pitching. Yes.
Okay.
No?
Okay.
Why? Why not?
No. I just said,
they're not even in the playoffs yet. They're not even in. They still have to survive.
You said that
Mariners.
You said that they're going to beat them. You said that they're going to win the World Series.
I did.
I'm just saying, all right.
I did. I'm going to go with it. Who? Smitty.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to win the World Series this year?
I'm going to go with, you know what? It's going to sound crazy. But I think the LA Dodgers against Tampa Bay.
What?
Yes. And I see the Dodgers winning the World Series.
Led by Clayton Kershaw, who can't pitch in the playoffs.
Led by Mookie Betts,
Bobby
Freeman,
Miller, Lance Lynn.
all that squad.
Yo,
I see
you
the
don't
Dodgers
need.
winning that one.
Listen, you need pitching, not bats.
Okay.
Dodgers don't have the pitching.
And you need with the new rules that were made for you, your fan base. You
Acuna,
need stolen bases. You need
Acuna,
stolen bases. You need the
Mr.
pitch count.
Acuna.
You need the time clock, delay of game. Remember that? That's gonna help. That's gonna help them out. You know what I'm saying?
God. Oh God.
So, all right, listen. So
yeah.
that's baseball. We covered baseball,
I love it.
right?
Is it time for the gridiron, Smitty?
What do you want to move into now?
So you know what? You were talking shit about my quarterback.
Whoa. What
I
you
would like
drinking?
to-
You must be drinking some Kool-Aid, huh?
I'm not drinking Kool-Aid, man. I'm not drinking Kool-Aid, but I just want to say this.
Yes, sir.
The Pats are going to Dallas this week. Your division. And all I'm saying is you better watch out. Because this is the game for me. This is the game for me, Smitty. It's going to be a relief to just shut everybody up. It's going to be just shutting
Hey,
everybody up.
Do me a favor, Ray. Do me a favor. Can you go into detail with that, please?
Yeah, I'm going to go into the detail. The Patriots are going to beat the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas this weekend. This weekend. You know what it's going to be? It's going to be a Zeke homecoming. Mark it down.
Speaking of that, you
Mark
know what?
it down.
I was reading an article.
Oh,
It's funny you brought that up because I was reading an article about Zeke. And in the article that I was reading, it says the Cowboys have some concerns about the Patriots knowing their hand signals for their game this week, since the Patriots have Ezekiel Elliott and Will Greer on the roster.
Okay.
We know Will knows where a lot of the bones are buried. We know Zeke does as well. I'm sure Greer is definitely being interrogated. Cowboys plan to alter their signals prior to their Week 4 matchup with New England.
Sounds like the Patriots are being resourceful. Is there a problem with that?
So listen.
Is there a problem with a team being resourceful? No, there's not. So here's the deal.
Listen.
Will Greer's already been dropped. He's still not even there. He's already gone. We've already dropped his ass. Did we already get what we got out of him? I don't know.
Listen, I'm rooting for your team this year, this weekend.
This year?
You know that.
This year?
This
Smitty?
weekend.
This
weekend.
year?
This
November
weekend, I'm rooting for your
26th.
team.
Who are you rooting for?
I'm rooting for your team this weekend.
November 26th.
But listen, does your quarterback have the ability to take control of this game that's coming up?
Yeah, of course. No doubt. I have nothing but faith in Mac Jones. I love Mac Jones. I'm going to stand with Mac Jones. Oh, I love Mac Jones.
We know that.
Have you watched a single Patriots game?
As a matter of fact, I did watch against the Jets.
Oh, wow.
Which, while we're on the Jets, we're gonna come back to your team. While we're on the Jets, what are your thoughts about their quarterback?
Dumpster fire. Unfortunate situation, and I'm going to say this because I did say that my prediction this year, which is trash at this point, just like the Giants.
Hey, don't get mad at my team.
No,
don't get mad at my team because you hyped the Jets up.
I'll be honest.
Why are you getting upset at my team?
I'm not. I'm just you
you
know what?
swooped
Sometimes
the
when you
Jets
talk
up.
about trash, listen. You talk about trash, and then it's relatable, and then you have the Giants and the Jets, and it's all trash.
Dude,
New York, right? Manhattan, trash.
But that's a lot of
fine.
frustration
Listen,
that you're taking out on my team.
It's fine. It's all trash. So,
All right.
My thing is this: the Jets are still a quarterback away from being a Super Bowl contender. No doubt about it.
Right.
I'm not gonna, I will not retract from that. I'm not retracting from that.
Okay, you got that. You got that. You got that. Now, let's look at all the theatrics that are going on the sideline. You are aware of those theatrics, right? How the players are frustrated.
Pretend I'm stupid.
You watched the Patriots game. You watched the Patriots game, didn't you?
I watched it.
And you did not see the Jets players throw tantrums on the sidelines?
Well, Smitty,
against their coaches? You think that they have a good head coach?
When you have Zach Wilson as your starting quarterback, things can get a little out of control. It's understandable. Listen, those guys know that they have a team to win. Period. The end. The New York Jets know. The New York Jets know that they have the team to win the Super Bowl, right?
No, some delusional fans, some delusional football fans rode that bandwagon for the New York Jets and said because Aaron Rodgers is coming to town, he's going to lead the Jets to the Super Bowl.
The New York
was false.
The New York Jets.
It's all false.
The New York Jets are better than the New York Giants right now. And we're going to see that.
Why are we comparing the Jets to the Giants?
I just want you to know how delusional
we're not even in the same conference.
But we're going to play each other this year. You're going to play the Jets, right? Jets are going to play the Giants. The Giants are going to play the Patriots, and the Giants are going to catch L's in both games, right? Because
so you guarantee
fans
that?
Are Giants fans. Oh yeah. Yeah, probably because you
guaranteeing that.
I guarantee you the Jets and the Patriots beat the Giants. Yes.
Okay.
Because they're that bad. The Giants
That's a lot of guarantees you're making, my brother.
It's not. It's actually only two. It's only two. It's very simple. If you watch football, you know, right? You know, Giants, what do you have going for you besides absolutely nothing? You got all pumped up and fired up because you got offensive linemen and you drafted this guy and that guy. Guess what? You still have Daniel Jones and you still have nothing. You got nothing.
Who are you talking about when you say you got all pumped up?
Giants fans. Giants fans are excited. They were excited before the season started, Smitty.
Yes, we were optimistic.
I'm excited.
We were optimistic.
But not realistic. But I'm a realistic
Patriots fan.
No.
Whoa. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that because now you're drifting.
Can I get a 20-second?
You're drifting away.
Granted.
You're drifting away. You're saying you're a realistic Pats fan, and you are behind Mac Jones.
Yes.
There's a lot of Pats fans. Hold on, though. There's a lot of Pats fans that do not like Mac Jones.
Unrealistic.
True?
Pats fans. They're unrealistic.
So let's go back to the Giants. When you say the Giant fans were optimistic, that is a fact.
Yes.
Okay. Now, the O-line, which we all know that's been our Achilles heel. You know what I mean? Okay. So now, Daniel Jones, yes, he's gotten paid a lot of money. However, if you have no protection whatsoever, he's been rushed 47% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
What is that man supposed to do?
Be more like Mac Jones. Get rid of the ball.
Have you played San Francisco? Have you played the Cowgirls?
We played the Jets.
Cowboys?
We played the Jets. We played the Dolphins. We played the Eagles. What do you mean? We played three top defenses.
You have not played San Francisco, which in my opinion, that's the team to play.
It's not. That's not the premier defense in the NFL.
Who is it? Who is it?
First of all, the Eagles have probably the toughest front in the NFL. The Miami Dolphins front is so good. So good.
The Dolphins played the Broncos last, and it was a massacre.
Yeah.
A lot of people
like this. The Dolphins scored 70 points against the Broncos.
Correct. Yes.
They only gave up 20 points.
Correct.
They gave the Broncos the ball that many times. The Broncos only scored 20 points.
And people will say that McDaniels is a genius.
Offensively.
They're going to say that McDaniels is a genius.
He is.
We're gonna find out.
He's an offensive mastermind. The Dolphins have the best offense in the league. It's not even close. No one's better. Who's better?
Really?
Nobody.
Really?
No one's. Yes. Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
Yes. Jalen
Okay.
Waddle, Tyreek Hill. Are you kidding me? Stop it. No.
We're gonna
There's no
find
better
out.
1-2. There's no better 1-2 in the league.
We're gonna find out.
No better.
I'm
No
telling you, man.
better.
Don't forget about the San Francisco 49ers. Seriously.
But who do
don't
they
forget about
have?
the San Francisco
Debo and
49ers.
Ayuk? Yes, Christian
Well, you got-
McCaffrey, fine. But you have Mostert, you have a chain, and you have Jeff Wilson, who's not even available right now. Miami is a good team. I am going to tell you right now.
So
Watch
let me
out
ask you
for the
this.
Dolphins.
Let me ask you this though.
They're scary.
Let me ask you this. In all reality, let's pause here for a minute.
Okay.
Slow it down for a little bit, okay? If Tua
Who's
goes down,
Ugh. Yep.
who's your backup quarterback?
Mike White.
And Mike White is going to lead that team.
Yes.
I'll let you think about that. Don't
No,
answer.
no,
Don't
I don't.
answer
No,
yet.
no, I don't. I don't
Think
have to
about it.
think about it,
Think about
Smitty.
it.
I don't have to
Think
think
about
about it. Yes.
Think
Mike
about it because
White's
I don't
gonna
want you
lead that
looking silly out here. I don't want you looking silly out here. You're my boy. You know what I'm saying? You think Mike White is going to lead that team?
team. Mike White is going to be like Kurt Warner.
Oh, wow. I like that comparison. Kurt
Straight
Warner, man.
face. Straight face.
Nice. Very good. That's what's up. Okay. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
He was good with the Jets. Mike White was great
Mike
with the Jets. He was
He
great,
was
with,
great
the
with the
Jets.
Jets.
Yes, he put up numbers with the Jets. Garrett Wilson is probably wishing he had Mike White right now. He's stuck with Zach Wilson, poor guy.
Who?
Garrett
But
Wilson
wait a
is
minute.
one of the best receivers in the
Wait.
NFL. He says,
Oh,
please,
you know what?
can I please get Mr. White back? Please send me Mr. White back. Most Jet
I
fans
got-
are saying, can I please get Mr. White back? We don't
I got
want
a
this
question
snack
for you.
guy.
Now that you brought the Jets back,
Yes, sir.
I got a question for you.
I got an answer.
Remember that dude, Kaepernick?
Ah, God, no. Never heard of him.
He wrote a letter to the New York Jets in
Yeah.
hopes of getting an opportunity to sign with the team.
Yeah.
He said he'd be honored and extremely grateful for the opportunity to go in and lead the practice squad.
Mhm.
What do you think? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no. You wrote the wrong city, bro. Write another one. Keep it moving. New York, the citizens of New York want nothing to do with Colin Kaepernick. Period. It's New York City. It's the Mecca. It's 9/11. They all stand for the flag. They don't want that guy. Keep it moving. Sorry. Nope.
All right. So listen. Okay. So
Any more questions, Smitty?
no, I like your response. I like your response.
Come on, man. Nobody wants Colin Kaepernick in New York. Most cities don't want Colin Kaepernick because if they did, he'd have a job. But he's not a good NFL quarterback. He stinks. He had a good little run with San Francisco because he could move around, but he stinks. Keep it moving. Sorry.
right, look. All right, so you got the Dolphins. Now you got the Dolphins winning the AFC East.
Let me tell you something about that.
Mhm.
This week, actually, Dolphins, Bills in Buffalo, Orchard Park. Bills -3. By the way, 70% plus 70% of bettors are on Miami this week, getting 3 at Orchard Park. Going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I am not going to say what I think or what I believe, but I would not be surprised to see Miami beat Buffalo. But knowing that everybody's on Miami, I'm taking Buffalo.
I like that.
We'll see. I don't know, Smitty. I don't know. What do you think?
I'll go with Buffalo.
Miami-
You said they're playing enough. They're playing enough in New York.
Listen, here's the thing. Mike Daniels, he has some swag to him.
He's got some swag to him.
Oh, he has swag, Smitty. That dude has
He
swag.
does?
He got the,
Okay.
yes. He is a nerd. Like you look at that dude, and he looks like he should be
Oh, wait.
pushing
He's got
paper.
nerd swag. He's
Oh,
got
he
nerd
has
swag.
the nerdiest
Oh, okay.
swag
All
you
right.
could ever have.
All right. I when you said swag, I was thinking about something else. But then you brought it back and you say he's a nerd, swag. I got you. Go
He
ahead.
got the nerdiest swag you could dream about, right?
No doubt.
It's kind of like Revenge of the Nerds right now in the NFL. That's like how I picture Mike Daniels. And I'm not even trying to be
what's up.
disrespectful, but I look at the dude and I'm like, Smitty, you ever play dodgeball?
I have. Long time.
So,
ago.
like, think of the dude that's on the other side of the line and you're going to pepper him. Like, and you're going to give him, you're just going to give it, you're giving 110% throw right at him. He ain't catching it. You know what I mean? It's going to hit him between the eyes. His glasses are going to pop off. Like, that's Mike Daniels. But he's so smart and he's so good at what he does. And he knows how to put, like, he wouldn't even put himself in the game of dodgeball. He'd put five other people in from him because he's not that dude.
Right. So you got the Bills though.
Ugh. Yeah. Taking Buffalo.
We
I haven't
got the
taken Buffalo
Falcons,
all year.
Jaguars.
I have been against Buffalo all year long. Just want to make that clear. I've been
all year long. You bet against Buffalo.
Pretty much, and I've lost. So I'm gonna take them. I'm gonna take them this week, and I'll probably lose again.
You got the Falcons and Jags, and they're playing in England.
Yep, London
at 9:30
in the morning.
Yes, sir. Jags.
I like Jacksonville in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, what's the Thursday game?
Look at this. Look at this, man. Broncos, Bears.
Dumpster fire.
Whoo.
Hey, give me the 3.5. Give me the 3.5. I'm taking the Bears. The Bears.
The Bears. You got to win one, man.
Browns. Yes. Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
Rams.
So,
Bucks.
The Colts, right? The Colts, according to the NFL insider Dan Graziano, Jonathan Taylor still doesn't want to play for the Colts, and the Colts still don't want to give him a long-term contract. What do you think is going to happen with that dude?
He's not going to play unless they can find something good for him. Zach Moss is completely.
Do you think he'll be in a different uniform? And if so, what team do you see him going to?
I'm not sure that anybody's going to pay for him. So dude, he could end up like another Le'Veon Bell.
That's sad, man.
It could kill his career. And hey, let's face it, Saquon tried to do that, and so did God, who's the other running back that signed late?
Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs from the Raiders, right? So, yeah, Jonathan Taylor might lose all. He just might lose. He might be a loser in this. Hopefully not, because he's a talent. So
you said you got the Bengals, the Rams,
Rams,
Bucs, Saints. Who you got? Bucs, Saints.
It all depends on the health of Derek Carr. I believe he's going to be out. I think he has a shoulder injury. So it's going to be Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston?
Oh, yeah, I remember him.
I'll take the Saints. I'm going to take the Saints. I'll take the Saints. Baker stinks.
You take the Saints?
I'll take the Saints.
Okay. All right.
But I got to look at the numbers, though, Smitty. I got to know where all the money's going. You know what I mean?
I got you.
That's a factor.
You're gonna do that Saturday, though. You're gonna do that Saturday.
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
10 a.m. Gamblers Anonymous.
I got the Bucs here.
Okay, I like it. Could happen.
Commanders, Eagles.
Divisional game, though. Divisional game. Commanders just got waxed at home, though, so I'll probably take the Eagles in that one. Jalen Hurts. Eagles, Vikings, Panthers. Kirk Cousins is doing his thing this year.
Is he back, the quarterback for the Panthers, or is he hurt? Is he still hurt?
Does it matter?
Eh.
They might be better off without him, honestly. Seriously, Bryce Young is not doing too good. He's I don't know. He's not built for the NFL, in my opinion. But
You don't think so?
nah. He's gonna get tossed like a rag doll.
Look at the Phillies, man. Phillies, they're doing their thing, man. Bryce Harper. Yeah. Okay, so you got the Vikings here, Steelers, Texans.
Houston.
Houston. I got the Steelers.
Take them. I'm taking the 3 points at home.
Raiders, Chargers.
Yeah. Las Vegas is a dumpster fire. LAC, baby.
What happened to Jimmy G? Is Jimmy G hurt again, or
concussion maybe potential? We'll see.
Concussion protocol.
Yep.
How about I'm going with the Pats here.
That's a good choice. I agree.
Going with the Pats.
We might actually win that game.
Woo! 49ers. Well, you got the cards? Tell me you got the cards, bro. You got the cards here?
Nah.
You see the cards upsetting the 49ers like they upset the Cowboys?
Well, last week there was a difference, right? Last week the Cardinals were at home hosting the Cowboys. This week they're going to.
That's right.
They're on the road.
Yes.
They're on the road.
That was a huge difference. Huge difference.
Does that make a difference?
Okay.
Though? Does home field
listen,
make a difference? I feel like listen. I sense your sarcasm, which I appreciate and I love and I adore. However, the Niners are going to crush the Cardinals. It's not even going to be close.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100%.
Chiefs, not even close. Jets are going to get smoked.
Yo, oh man,
I'm taking Seattle. Seattle. I don't think that the Giants have enough offense to keep up with Seattle. And I'm not even being a hater. I'm being realistic.
Listen, Daniel Jones is 1-11 on prime time. I don't even know what they listen. I understand that
New York, good thing they paid him all that money.
Listen, I understand that New York is a big market, but they should put some other team there, man. And I love my team and everything, but we're not ready for prime time, man. I'm sorry. We're just not. We're still rebuilding. We're still in the rebuilding phase.
My question to you is this, Smitty.
Yeah.
Are the Giants ready for the NFL?
Oh, wow. That's very disrespectful. That's very disrespectful. Considering the fact that, I think that they're in the rebuilding phase. You know what I'm saying? They're an NFL team.
Another year.
Maybe.
Another year of rebuilding.
Maybe. But I'm telling you what, though. I'm going to tell you what. I still have faith in Dable. I still have faith in Shane. The defense, I don't know where, Kayvon Tibbs is at his head. I don't know if he's an individual. The more I see him, the more I hear his interviews, I'm leaning towards that. I just don't. They got to have a chemistry, and again, we'll see what happens, bro. We'll see what happens. I still think that they're in the rebuilding phase. Now, the Cowboys, on the other hand, a lot of people picked them to win a Super Bowl. A lot of people went.
Who did that?
A lot of people. There are always people that are delusional, that always want to say the Cowboys will be in the playoffs. They'll make it far. They'll be the top defense. Michael Parsons. He's like LT. Stop it.
Ooh,
Stop.
He's close, right? Next.
No. Stop. Even your great coach, and I'm going to give him props. Bill Belichick said, do not mention anybody close to that name. You do not mention any player next to Lawrence Taylor. You just don't do it.
Ray Lewis.
You just don't do it. Like I said, Bill Belichick said that.
Ray Lewis.
You know what I mean? You might like his name because it's the same as yours, Ray.
Ray Lewis.
But no, Lawrence Taylor is Lawrence Taylor. He's on his own league, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And you can't tell me that the Cowboys, their defense went down because of Diggs. They lost to Arizona.
No, Diggs has nothing to do with that. That dude
I just want to know.
That dude gets burnt more than a candle on church. God,
because of what? No, why are you laughing? I just want to know.
He gets burnt more than a candle does on Sundays in the church. That's what I meant to say. Yeah.
Huh? So what happened against Arizona, right? What happened to the great Dallas defense against Arizona?
Have you seen the athletic ability that the Arizona Cardinals have?
Yes, they played my team.
Rondale Moore. Are you kidding me?
No, they played the Giants that, according to you, are not ready for the NFL. I want to know, Ray, what's going on? You can't hate the Giants and then in another hand defend, oh, you know about the Arizona offense? You can't do that, Ray.
I mean, that was sarcasm. Smitty, you're right. That was sarcasm. The fact that the Cowboys lost to the Cardinals, do you know how many people got knocked out of a survivor pool over that? Survivor pools. The Cowboys were the sure shot, like no brainer. Okay, but here's the problem. You can't pick an away team in a survivor pick. Can't do it. Clear-cut reason why.
Oh,
hey,
Lord.
Won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz?
But yes, I'm definitely rooting for your team this weekend. I'm hoping that you guys, like I rooted for Arizona last weekend, I'm rooting for the Pats this weekend.
Good.
But by the way, the Yankees are winning 6-0.
Who cares?
Toronto. And Garrett Cole still pitching.
Why? They should have shut him down. What are you doing?
Why?
Why pitch him?
Why? Well,
because it's an investment.
That's analytics. That's analytics right there.
It's an investment. Season's over. Season's over. Bring up somebody else. Talk it up.
You know how hard it is? Listen, you know there's a lot of bias against the Yankees, right? You know that in baseball. Yeah, so they have to let this man pitch to convincingly win this Cy Young award.
Yeah, no. He doesn't need to do it, though. If you're a voter, you don't need to see Garrett Cole pitch one last game. Like, he's already locked it up. It's a wrap. It's done. He won it. Keep it moving. Simple.
Yeah, but
anyway,
I tell you, man, listen. So, all right, so we got all this. We got the standings.
We touched it all, Smitty. Fly, Eagle, fly.
Is that your pick from the NFC this year?
No. Actually, you know what? I think it's going to be between Philly and the Niners.
What?
Niners are a good team.
Yes, they are.
But Philly's a really good team.
Is loaded, bro.
You know what? Don't sleep on Detroit, because who knows with Detroit. Minnesota. I don't know. I think the Lombardi goes to an AFC team anyway.
To an AFC team?
But these AFC teams are like, there's so many good AFC teams that they're going to beat the crap out of each other that it might benefit the NFC team to like have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's my opinion. My opinion is Smitty, AFC, another chip.
Listen, so let's talk about a little bit of college football.
Oh.
We covered the NFL.
Yes.
Let's go on college football.
Okay.
I want to know what's your take, because you're into college football. You watch it, you follow it. So does Kev Mike.
Yep.
What Deion Sanders,
love him,
and the culture that he brought to Colorado.
Love it.
And the last game that they played,
smoked.
Yeah. Well, what's your take on that?
I think that Deion Sanders is probably one of the most down-to-earth people in the world. And I love what he preaches because I think he's realistic. You know, with that being said, he's taking receipts. He's taking it personal.
Mhm.
And even though they got absolutely destroyed by Oregon this past weekend, and they're going to get destroyed again this weekend by USC, he's going to get everybody to come to play for him. Everybody's going to come to Colorado based off of what he can provide for them, not as a football player, but as a football player growing into a man, right? Like, what does that mean? Dion is he's a role model, in my opinion.
Mhm.
And I may be wrong, but from what I've watched and what I've seen and what I've seen Colorado change from, because Colorado sucked. They've been a terrible university football wise. I don't know much more about anything else with Colorado, but he's changed the culture over there. He's got Boulder going crazy. And if I was a Colorado Buffalo fan, I would be very optimistic about the future. So one thing I will
Now-
say about yes.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
Now I'll say one thing I'll say about Dion is like he's like, you know, motivational speaking, right? If you wanted to listen to a motivational speaker, I'm going to put Dion at the top of the list because he's going to say things to get your blood pumping, and he's going to say things to make you think that you have a chance, right? And he has made those kids out there in Colorado think that they've had a chance, even though they played Colorado State and they played Nebraska, and I don't even know who they played week 1. Oh, TCU, right?
Mhm.
TCU, who was a top 4 program last year in the BCS playoff, beat them. Nebraska, rivalry, beat them. Colorado State, in-state rivalry, battled them, but beat them. Now they're getting into the thick of things, and they're going to play. Well, they played Oregon. Now they have USC. They're going to catch 2 ass whippings, man. You know, they lost their best player, Travis Hunter. But Dion's a special person, man. And I love watching his reels, and I have nothing but the most respect for Deion Sanders. And I look forward to Colorado Buffalo football, to be honest with you. I really do. Like he said, get me now because you're not going to get me later, because he is going to bring in the top recruits. He really is. I believe that. So we'll see what happens.
All right. I'm gonna play devil's advocate when it comes to Deion Sanders. By the way, I'm a huge fan. I like, I agree everything you said. Why do you think it is that there's a lot of coaches, as far as opponents are concerned, that criticize him? You know, for example, his sunglasses, his hat, removing his hat, him having celebrities on the field, to include Wu-Tang Clan rappers. If some
Lil Wayne
don't know who that is, celebrities, rappers, Lil Wayne. You know, what do you think? Why do you think that is, Ray?
I mean, just like anything else, haters, right? Everyone's going to hate. When you're doing something good, someone's always going to be there to hate on you. That's just how it goes. That's life. These other universities have to put something out there, kind of like Lanning did. The guy from, I think it's Lanning, Daniel Lanning, whatever his name is, from Oregon. He had to do his speech, and he had to make it. He had to follow up with what the Colorado State coach did. I think to save the name of the program, right? Save the name of Oregon. The guy from Colorado State, he's pretty much screwed because everyone's going to go to Colorado, right? Colorado State's just going to fall by the wayside more than they already have. But Oregon, with Phil Knight and Nike, he had to make a statement like, nope, I'm going to say something because I have Nike in my back pocket. I have Phil Knight, and Oregon Ducks are the Oregon Ducks. So we have to say something against Colorado because they know the amount of pressure that they're about to receive with recruiting because Dion is now in that conference. Is it smart? I don't know. But I will say that people shit on Dion to try to steer the kids maybe into a different direction. The only problem with it is Dion is handling everything with grace. He's accepting like loss. He's accepting failure. He's taking accountability. I mean, how can you hate on Dion?
You can't.
You know what I mean?
But believe it or not, like you said, there are some people that because of his style and what he brings to the table, and they deem it not appropriate.
Hey.
You understand what I'm saying?
I mean,
I love what he's doing. I love what he's doing.
How can you not? How can you not? I've loved Dion as a kid. Prime time. I love anything Dion has ever done. I've always been a huge fan. Now that he's at this level, coaching college football, obviously what he did with Jackson State was pretty cool. The fact that he has 2 kids playing for him on a Division 1A basis at a school like Colorado. Colorado's going to be a powerhouse in the next 2 years, maybe 3. They're going to be a top program, top 5. Watch out. And listen, growing up, I love Nebraska. Like, Nebraska's my team. I watched Nebraska.
Team?
Yeah, I was a big Tommy Frazier guy. Loved Lawrence Phillips, Damon Benning, the black shirts. I did. I love Nebraska. They ran the option. Tom Osborne was the coach. Things went downhill after that, and obviously it was a lot harder to cheer for a horrible program once it was taken over. But, watching Colorado play Nebraska, like, man, it's hard for me to not cheer for Colorado right now against my team that I don't even really follow them that much anymore just because of what they've turned into. But yeah, it's been hard.
What are they? They're Nebraska Cornhuskers. Is that what they are?
Yes, they are. Yeah, one of the greatest programs in the 90s ever. Yeah, Tommy Frazier was my favorite college athlete of all time. College football.
Oh, is that right?
Tommy Frazier, baby. 100.
Okay.
Yep, love Tommy Frazier. I mean,
listen, Ray.
How can you not?
Ray.
The greatest Husker of all time, number 15, Tommy Frazier.
Number 15.
Thank you.
Should the Jets stick with Zach Wilson?
No. Put in Tim Boyle. Tim Boyle. Give him a chance.
Wait a minute. Who was that quarterback that they went out and got from
Trevor Siemian?
Yes.
You never heard of him. Who cares?
Give that man a shot. Why not?
Nah, there's no need for that. Put in Tim Boyle. Tim Boyle has been under the tutelage of Aaron Rodgers back to Green Bay days. Back in Green Bay days. Who we taking Ryder Cup? America, always. USA, baby. USA, Joe Peck. There's only one way. USA.
All right, listen. So we've been on for an hour and
we're supposed to keep it to 45 minutes, Smitty.
We tried, but it's been a while. It's been a while, right? So listen, I want to close this out with there was a MMA fight with shout out to the X Factor for putting me onto this. His name is Dylan Reichman. You've heard of that name before?
No.
And I guess it was like 3 weeks ago that this happened. And I'm hoping that I got the right video. So it was one of the worst. I believe his femur snapped. And if you saw the video, I'm trying to get this YouTube video. So what are you looking forward to this week, Ray?
Football.
What game in particular?
I mean, obviously, the huge game this week. Huge game. Pats, Cowboys. Totally looking forward to that. To be honest with you, I'm curious on how the Dolphins and the Bills are gonna work out. Those are like probably the two biggest games of the week that I'm looking forward to. College football wise, I didn't really look at the slate yet, which I'm gonna do right now, real quick while we're here. Ryder Cup.
Yeah, Joe said he's looking forward to the Ryder Cup.
Ryder Cup is this weekend. Let's see NCAA football. Who we got? I mean, USC, Colorado. I mean, I'd like to see how Colorado's going to play them, but I think USC is going to destroy them. Other than that, I'm really not that excited that much this week about college football. Notre Dame plays Duke, Kansas, Texas, Georgia, and Auburn, but I don't think that's like a very good football game. So the Ryder Cup, man. Ryder Cup, September 29th. That's going to be huge. That's what I'm looking forward to. Go USA. Go Buffalo. Who the Giants got this week? Who the Giants have this week, Smitty?
Seattle.
Oh, that's right. Giants lose to Seattle on Monday night. That's right. My bad. My fault.
You hate the Giants so much that you forgot who we're playing.
I mean,
Chiefs
I thought honestly,
are the Chiefs America's team now because of Kelsey and Swift?
By the way,
shout out to Randy. Randy.
I've been listening to EEI yesterday, this morning, and oh my God, is he serious right now?
What were you saying?
I cannot believe you just asked me such a silly question. Hey, this is like you asking me about taking the Ravens without Mark Andrews 2 weeks ago. And how'd that work out? Acuna.
What were you saying? What were you saying anyway, about Kelsey?
But Kelsey, I'm listening to these people on EEI, and it's awful. These idiots, right? And this is like Jermaine Wiggins. It's the Greg Hill show. And they're talking about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce and how the NFL is in on Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift because now you have all these Swifties watching the NFL because she's with Travis Kelce. Do I really think that Taylor Swift has anything to do with the amount of people that are going to watch the NFL because she is dating an NFL football player? Do you think that has anything to do with it? Smitty, honestly. Do you think Taylor Swift is convincing her fans to watch the NFL because she
has a huge following, bro? I mean, they might not follow the game to the T, but if you were to break down the data as far as who watches it, the numbers will go up, in my opinion. I could be wrong because they want to see Taylor Swift. You know what I'm saying?
Like I
Listen.
I will never understand the craze over, first of all, Taylor Swift. I'm not really sure what people are looking at, honestly. She got a great voice.
Listen, Cole threw 9 innings, 105 pitches,
Thank you for changing the subject.
5 strikeouts,
5?
a complete game.
Wow. 5 Ks.
2 hits. 2 hits.
What a puss. 5
2
Ks.
hits.
Great
but,
job.
But really, really though.
Hey, 5 Ks. Great job.
Okay. But really though, I want to close this out with this video, Ray. Tell
Close
me
it out.
if this is like the worst injury that you've seen as far as MMA is concerned. And granted, I'm playing somebody else's video on YouTube. You know, viewers, I don't know if you're eating or whatever it is that you're doing right now. Just be advised that, you know, this injury is a bad one, in my opinion.
This is it.
And he's breaking it down right now.
Huh.
Did you
Looks
see his leg?
unfortunate. Yeah. Kareem Hunt would,
You're thinking of Chubb, Nick Chubb?
Nick Chubb would have bounced back from that.
I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. I don't think Nick Chubb went down like this, man.
Nick Chubb would have bounced back from that. He already did that once. He did it twice.
That was pretty bad, dude. That was pretty bad. I don't think Nick Chubb is moving. I don't think Nick Chubb is moving, bro.
Well, you know what's going to keep moving?
That was bad. Look at his leg, dude.
Sucks to be that guy. Well, Smitty, what a way to go out with it. That was a real knee jerker right there.
Yeah, that's a knee jerker, literally.
Literally, physically.
Poor guy, man.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, man. So I'm looking forward to hopefully my team getting a W. Hopefully. That's a big hopefully, man.
Doubt it.
You know, we'll see what happens.
I
am rooting for the Pats. Rooting for the Pats. Definitely.
Hey, I'll root for the Giants this weekend too.
This weekend?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I'll root for the Giants on Monday.
Really?
Yeah, to lose.
Oh, here we go. Womp, womp, womp. All right. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Does Cole win the Cy Young? Yes, Randy. Yes. We believe, even Ray believes that Cole wins the Cy Young this year.
No doubt. No doubt. Wrap it up. Signed, sealed, delivered. It's yours. Smitty.
It was a great time, brother.
Always. Next week. Next week?
Next week.
Can we do it next week?
Absolutely.
If
you're up for it.
Hey, you're the retired one. Can we do it next week?
I'm open, bro. I'm open.
I'm open. We're going to do it next week. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you for joining us. Always a pleasure, my friend.
Absolutely. Likewise, brother.